Good morning and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. We are here in Memphis, Tennessee, and today we're doing, well, one of those long flights. One of those flights I typically don't do on stream because, you know, what are we going to talk about during cruise? Typically passengers will sit on their tablets, their phones, their switches, read books. I have to entertain. So today we're doing Memphis to Orlando, which is about 600 nautical miles. It's going to be about an extra 20 to 30 minutes or so in the air compared to what we typically do on our little cruise flights. And because I didn't get to showcase the 737-800 Boris sound pack, officially at least released, what day was that? Friday? We'll be doing it today. You can see there's all kinds of FedEx planes back there in the distance. It's always cool to see all of the FedEx planes out there and all the UPS planes at their assigned locations. So if you're ever wondering with Beyondatc why you don't see select cargo at certain time, well, that's mostly because the planes may not actually be there in real life. Yeah, obviously in real life there's going to be a lot more planes, static planes, right? But obviously cargo planes move a lot. So depending on the time of day, depending on the day of week that it is, you may see less cargo planes at hubs, because they're actually at the airports picking up the cargo to bring it back to the main hub. For example, UPS and FedEx do most of their flights during the evening. So during the day like this, you may see more planes at those hubs versus if you fly, let's say, right now it's 9:30 a.m. my time, but let's say we tried flying at like 1 p.m., so in a few hours. You may not see as many planes because they actually might start taxiing on out and going out to where they're supposed to go, and you might see them actually start to come on in or depart at 8 p.m. It all depends on where they're going to and all that kind of stuff, right? P2, welcome in. Barry, welcome in. Kubi, welcome in as well. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into the cockpit. Now, I do have a little something going on in the background. Before I do that, let's go ahead and get NewSky rolling, rock and rolling as well. So I did put up the information in NewSky recently about our most, financially at least, our most profitable plane. And it was rather interesting to see. It was a 777 by far, and that's of course because cargo makes, in NewSky at least, makes a lot of money. And today this is going to technically be a passenger flight because I do not have the cargo version assigned in NewSky. And I'm not sure if we'd actually need it. I think most people use just the passenger version. So I'd rather not add on another 738 and then, you know, cost us additional revenue. Don't hop on to the cockpit. Okay, let's hop on over to here to the left. There was someone that put in chat a while back ago, not in stream, but on YouTube, one of the videos. Why is something like, why do people say over here? Why do Americans say, oh, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna go do this? What is it? Was it something? It was something like, why do Americans say over here, or come on over here, hop on over here? Why don't we just say, look over here? And it's an interesting point. But I think every language has its own, you know, unique, like, you know, Canadians, we talk about it here on the stream many times. They add a. Eh? You're gonna go to the store, eh? Right? Why? Why did he say that? Well, it's just because that's what they do. That's just what they do. All right, down here to the FMC, we're going to go to... That bug's still back. Okay, it's really bad now. Okay, position in it. Next. I thought it was fixed with Sim Update 5, because I haven't... sorry, Sim Update 4, because I haven't had it happen very much, but it kind of came back. Okay, select our route. A route? Is it route or route? Another one of those things that are unique. I want to say with English. I don't know, maybe it is the same thing with other languages as well. But lots of ways to say the same word, and there are several words that are like that. Load this jazz. All right, let's go and get Beyondatc. We're expecting runway 27, 36, 36, 36. All right, so one of the 36s probably. Memphis clearance. Hello from FedEx 746. We're ready for I-4 clearance to Orlando. Hopefully our good friend Irishman can join us today, since we're heading towards his land.
Clear to Orlando Airport. Beating 7 departure with the Kermy transition, Venice filed. Maintain 4,000. Departure frequency 124.65. Squawk 3546.
And I was going to take the MD-11 today.
Cleared to
The
Orlando
MD-11 would
Airport.
technically be a little bit faster than this plane.
With the Kermi transition,
Like I said, I want to
filed.
show off the Boris sound
Maintain
packs,
4,000.
which we've already heard
Departure
before on the stream
frequency
because I've had the
124.65.
unofficial workaround
Squawk
going.
3546.
So it's not going to be anything
FedEx
amazing
746.
different. You know, there's a Boris sound pack that you remember from
FedEx 746.
2020,
Read back correct.
and they sound just as good.
Contact ground 121.65 when ready for push or start.
All right, going to go ahead and grab this jazz in here.
Ground 121.65 when ready.
Again, why did I say
FedEx
grab
746.
this stuff?
Have
Why
a
didn't I
good
just say
one.
I'm just going to push the button? It makes no sense. Load this. Okay, so it does have our cruising altitude of 390. And I was taught this over on Kip on the Grounds channel from... Who was it? I'm going to make sure I give the correct information. What was the guy's name again? Tisby Jack M. Over on Kip on the Ground. Thank you for the tip. I don't think Jack's ever in our stream here, but he gave me the tip of if you click this little button, whoosh, the EFB will pop over here. Very, very handy. Very, very cool to have. So we go over to the performance tool, and we're doing 36 left, import, 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 import. So you can do this with the 777. I didn't know you could do this with the 738 as well. Takeoff 2, and then temp is 52. This is the best part about like being part of different communities is you get to learn so much. It's awesome. I never would have knew this was an option. Never would have known. Okay, 36 left. That should be already selected. Perfect. And then BB King. BB King 7. Have it your way. The Kermi transition. Our rival airport is 18 right. The Grinch 5. Because it's not Christmas anymore. And then Dia. Alright, so it's a longer flight, so we'll see if that actually sticks. It'll be interesting. And then to bring it back, sorry, to bring it back over, let's go back here real quick and get those APUs connected. Well, that plug is really bad today. What is going on? If you just change views, it kind of fixes it. Alright. There's only one thing I changed, so if that continues to happen, tell you what, it's gone. It's gone forever. And then to get it back over here, click this button. It's gone. Okay, so then ground ops, we can remove this stuff. And that's removed. Cool. I think we're cooking. Flight director, on. Anti-skid, on. And then we'll do clock in a second. What community? Toxic community? Yeah, right. Multiplayer is on, Kubi. It is on. 'Tis on. US East. No more West. Memphis ground, FedEx 746 is ready for pushback and engine start. Alright, so.
FedEx 746, Memphis ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Face north.
Pushback and
We'd like to welcome back GSX
Face
for
north.
today's flight.
FedEx 746.
We're going to reload a SimBrief. Okay, and we're just doing pushback. So we're going to go ahead and prepare for pushback and departure. Where's the pushback? Isn't there just a button that says pushback? I guess not. Prepare for pushback and departure, please. Hello. Whoosh. There we go. That was weird. FedEx is the operation. And ice warning. Do you want to request treatment? No, I do not. Is it doing anything? What's it doing? Oh, we got people outside. All right. All right. We got people outside. Now, what I really want to do is I really want to try out, what's it called?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
The FS2 crew pushback express thingy. You can talk to it, which is I think is really neat. You can be like, hey, we're ready for pushback, and then we'll connect. But apparently, Jay Russ was saying there's some technical issues with that program. And it's only $20. I'm still considering a possibility. It's really difficult to find anyone, like, using it nowadays.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Another thing that's really interesting is Entourage apparently offers a pushback thing as well, which I don't know how it is. I've not really watched people use it. That seems cool. Cabby should offer it. Cabby offers a lot of the stuff in the sky. I mean, like cabin crew stuff. That'd be a perfect add-on for Cabby. Throw on ground crew.
Locking gear.
Especially since it is AI driven as well. Like, I feel like that'd be the perfect little thing for Cabby to add. Tell you what, if Cabby added that, I'd be sold. Like, I love Cabby as it is, but I don't do a lot of passenger stuff nowadays. But if it... Oh my gosh, if it added that in, oh my god. It's so weird that there isn't a lot of pushback, like really advanced pushback stuff. Like GSX has everything with it, right? I don't want everything. I don't need everything. I just want a good pushback tool.
FedEx 428 Heavy.
All right, we want the
Cargo
nose to the
455
left.
Taxi via Mike 7, Mike
Release
November.
parking brakes,
Hold
please.
short runway 27.
Parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start at will. All right, start an engine. So let's go. Engine number 2. Firing up. Clocking. Now there are some things with GSX that I disable, such as raising the nose. Some people have problems with that. It's just, GSX is just heavier. It's a heavier add-on. It's one I don't, you know, I'd rather not use if I didn't have to, but unfortunately that's limitations we have nowadays. What's going on here? Menu. FMC. Init. Next. Alright, so, trim is 5.2, so go on down here. About there. Heard the click. Back up here at the top. Engine number 1. So you got a FedEx plane, I think it's FedEx taxiing on in. Now we're taking 36 left, which would be down, just pretty much down this road here. Introduce fuel, flaps, and Terra. Okay.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
Unlocking gear. What I really like about the Boris sound pack is that it's so much quieter than the new default sound pack.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
They need to find a way to like make them bend over a little bit when they're pulling out the pin, because their like head goes through the body, and now this person's like floating. I'm just nitpicking now. It's cool to give him shadows though. Bye. Okay. There goes that big old FedEx there. Have a good trip. Alright, so let's go get taxi lights are on. Up here at the top, let's do gens 1. Engines to both, continuous here. APU bleed. And then APU is turned off. Yaw dampers on, electrics on, seatbelt signs are all set. Alright, let's go taxiing, shall we?
FedEx 746. Request taxi to the active.
To the active.
FedEx 746. Runway 36 left taxi via November. Hold short runway 27.
Runway 36 left
parking
taxi
brake.
via November.
I
Hold
forgot.
short runway 27.
I'm not used to using the
FedEx
parking brake as much.
746.
So the reason why I threw GSX back on is because with the MD-11, it has some issues with the pushback toolbar that I use, where it will like spin around all willy-nilly. And, you know, I can't expect much. It's a free add-on, so I'm not like criticizing that program at all. It's just a limitation of probably the MD-11's weird, slow-moving taxiing ways, you know, or taxi stuff, right? It's probably just a limitation of that, or it could be just the way the TFDI programmed the taxiing, who knows. And I would highly doubt pushback toolbar is really going to look into it to make a special modification just for that add-on, or just for that one plane. So, we deal with what we can deal with. Alright, so we're holding short runway 27, which is here. This sometimes is an active runway.
FedEx 746.
But not today.
Cross runway 27
Well, it could be
at
active,
November.
but we're moving.
Continue taxi via November.
I think there's a plane down there. There's Midlife Rex.
Cross runway 27 at November.
Ooh, straight.
Continue taxi via November, Alpha.
Okay, then we're going to take this
Papa,
all the way
Mike,
down
Mike
to the
2,
end.
FedEx
All the way
746.
down. I normally try to park closer to the runway, but in Memphis, it's really... It's like a 50-50 dice roll. Whether you're going to get the runway that's assigned via SimBrief, or whether you're going to get something different with Beyond ATC. Like yesterday, I think I did I do 2 flights into Memphis? No, I did 1 flight into Memphis, but the day before that I did a flight into Memphis, or out of Memphis, one of the two. And both of them were different runways than what SimBrief said. One day made sense, the other day I questioned a little bit. I wasn't sure if the ATIS information was slightly outdated or not. November to where? Alpha. Alpha. We're not going on mic at all? Yeah, we are. Let's see. I think it should say... I don't know where the hell Alpha is. I don't know. Do they want us to go here? I guess so. This would make sense. This is November to Mike 9. I think it's missing Mike 9. November Alpha Charlie. None of those exist on the... on Navigraph. Interesting. I wonder if Asobo's ever going to add the moving plane on the taxi maps with their charts. Because I talked about that a few... maybe it was even last week, I don't remember. But either way, I talked about it recently. And that's like the only thing missing for me. Like, the Lido charts would be perfect for someone like myself, who primarily flies in the US. But if I do international flights, I do also fly in, like, the bigger airports. So it would make perfect sense for me to be a Lido user. But that's the only reason why I'm not even using the Lido charts. I'm willing to pay the $110 a year to have access to the Navigraph charts that I can actually see my aircraft taxiing on. That's the only thing that's holding me back. And of course, obviously, I was reading a little bit about this, I think it was yesterday maybe, but now that the, Jefferson's was sold off to some private entity firm, there's a chance that they may try to go after Navigraph and say, hey, we're going to increase your cost, which means Navigraph would increase our cost as users. And depending on how much they decided to increase that, if that ever happens, you know, that would be a big point as well. Alright, I'll just learn where my plane is. And there are other ways to do it. There are other workarounds you can make, you know, happen. You don't have to use just a chart. Like, there are other free add-ons you can use to kind of help guide you where you are. I think Flow has its own map that you can look at too. That kind of can help at least guide you where you are. You just have to kind of piece things together to make it all work out. And I don't know, like I was talking about the other day on the stream, Thursday I think it was, I don't know I want to throw back on First Officer. I'm kind of waiting for the MD-11 because I'm obviously in that MD-11 phase right now. And I guess it's not really necessary for me to throw on First Officer if I'm not using it, right? I only want to put it back on when I'm ready to use it. I can use it for this plane easily. But I also have to rebuild all my profiles again because I was an idiot and I didn't save them. That's where the cloud saving, which I really love out of Chase Plane, which Jay Russ, our good friend Jay Russ, bought Chase Plane. He's very against it. And then when he got it, he questioned it because he had some issues with head tracking. Yeah, Toby eye tracker. Who's coming on in? Who's landing? We have... It looks like a glider from this distance. American? Nope. United. Yep, United. EJET? Also, so I did post this in Discord, I think it was, but so someone on the Beyondatc Discord in the supporters lounge started having conversations with Whack-A-Mole, who's a developer for Beyondatc, and talked to him a little bit about the Moza software and the conflict that I've seen and we've seen here live on stream, where it seems to be multiple sim connects that are causing the main threads to spike, right? Well, then we also, or he also went ahead and gave it off to, or sent it off to Moza as well, the individual I was talking with, Whack-A-Mole. So, now Moza knows about the issue. They're just, the individual, I think it was Mike, over on Discord for Moza, isn't quite sure.
Air Shuttle 6153.
It almost sounds like he's not convinced that it's a Moza cockpit software, but he sent it off to the engineering team to have them review it. So we might have some hope here. Memphis Tower, FedEx 746 is ready to go, runway 36 left. Paul, welcome on in. Yeah, he was all in ass, yeah.
FedEx 746.
Alright, we got our clearance.
Tower, wind 300 at
Engine lights are on.
To jacks. Runway 36 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Auto throttle armed. Someone's in a bell down there.
36 left.
Or no,
cleared for takeoff.
a DHC2. Where's our good friend Kubi? Right here you are. In the MD-11. Ooh, nice. Are you in the MD-11? Are you actually in the MD-11? No, it looks like you're in the A400. So I think it shows, the first thing it shows here on the left is, like, the plane is just showing. But the next one, that's the one they're actually using. And then, of course, multiplayer dies off. Alright, throttle's coming up. And let's go Toga. I'll be quiet so you can hear the departure sounds with the Bore sound pack.
FedEx 746. Contact Memphis departure.
Contact Memphis departure. FedEx 746.
I know. I personally like the Bore sound pack more. But the 737-800 from the sound pack from PMDG themselves is really, really good. Much improved from the 2020 version. Much, much improved. Even that alone could potentially justify the price of $30 for those who upgraded. Right? I know people complain about the $30 price tag, but the Bore sound pack's like $10, right? I think the sounds alone can take off $10 out of it. You know, some of the minor visual things they've done, you can add on a couple bucks. You know, then we got of course the MD-11 that came out, and that was only a $5 upgrade. So, you know, no matter any way you look at it, people will challenge the $30. It's fair. It's a fair thing to do because you look at it and you're like, oh, well, it looks like the same plane. Well, yeah, because it's supposed to be. I'm not defending the $30. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the right price would have been. Free, I don't know. I don't know what the right price would have been. I don't know their development team. I don't know, you know, the actual effort they put behind it. Let's go autopilot on. So it's yeah, obviously for me, it's very difficult to say what a fair price should have been. What I do believe, though, what I do believe PMDG needs to do is they need to look at their variance pricing. There's this massive difference in pricing between the 800 and the 600. And I like that the 600 is less expensive, right? But also it doesn't sell as well, and that's why it's less expensive. Least expensive, I guess. It's the least expensive plane out there for the 737s. But they did the same thing. This is where I don't understand. I thought for sure the freighter version would have been more popular for the 777, but it's not. Apparently the 200 is, or 300, one of those two, because the freighter version is the least expensive plane from the 777 version. So now the question comes down to, do you sell them all at $50? Right? Because I don't. What is the 737-600? Isn't that one like? Want to be that one? That one might be $50. I don't remember. But either way, do you sell them all at $60? Do you just make them all the same price, or do you take the route that FENIX had taken, which is you have the base 320 come out, and then you have an update that comes out for the 319 and 321, and that was, how much was the update? $35? I want to say US. I think that's what it was. But you get two planes. So if it actually was $35, that's like what, $18 each or so. Like, that's a steal. And then I don't even know what's the upgrade for the passenger versions of the MD-11. That's something I don't know as well. It was $35. All right, landing lights, taxi lights off. The pricing model behind FENIX is, I think, the best pricing model we can ask for. How much is the MD-11 upgrade cost? Or not upgrade, but the... We'll look at that here. I'm curious. I'm curious. Let's see. What is it? TFDI. Buy the passenger base pack. Let me log in. Make sure I'm not showing anything I shouldn't be showing on screen before I plop it on screen. Close. Okay. MD-11. Buy the passenger version. Okay, so it's only $10. So if you own... Is there anything on here? Yeah, nothing on here. Okay, so if you own the freighter version like I do, then it's only $10 to upgrade to the passenger version of the MD-11, which I think I'm going to do. I think I'll do. I'm having a blast flying the MD-11. I'm having just a blast flying that plane. So I think I will get the passenger version. I'm not sure when. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But yeah. Oh, I didn't show it on screen. Yeah, so it's $10. $9.99 to add on the passenger version. So that's a pretty good deal. So you got $75 for the base plane. It was $5 for the 2024 version. So that's $80. And then $90, add on 10, get you up to $90. So for $90, you got a freighter version, you got a passenger version, and you get an upgrade for 2024. That's a pretty darn good deal. That's $45 a variant. I think that's a reasonable price. So I like TFDI's strategy as well. But then you go to like Flight Sim Studios, the EJET, the E190 or E170. Their pricing is per variant, right? Their pricing on Just Flight, it's $40 for both the 170, 175, and I think it's the same thing. Another $40, yeah. Yeah, it's another $40 for the 190 and 195, but you get the freighter version for free. So 80 bucks, you got 4 planes, 4 variants, plus the freighter, which adds on 2 more variants. Okay. I think it's not a bad deal. It's like 25 bucks a variant. It's good pricing, right? And then we looked at, we read about FENIX, or heard about FENIX a little bit. Let me see. So the FENIX, the expansion is 40 bucks. The base plane is 50 bucks. That's a steal. The pricing for add-ons is very, it's one of those things where it's hard to justify anyone who's wrong. Like from the developer standpoint, I understand they need to make money, and I understand that the flight sim world is tiny, right? It's all about supply and demand. If you don't have the demand, well then you have to make your money back by charging a little bit more money. But if you have the demand, then you don't have to charge as much, in theory. Well, how it's supposed to work at least, right? Let's see, MD-11 is $74.99. Now if you have 2020, you pay $5. $4 extra gets you the, the breaker stuff, yeah. Storm, welcome on in. I'm so tired. I'm leaving from Los Angeles to Paris. Almost there. Should be there in 1 hour. I'm running on 0 sleep. Oh, geez. Hit up an espresso, yeah. The time to code and develop and test and recode. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to add-ons. And I did a video not too long ago about, are the prices, are the add-ons overpriced? And in that video, I said no. For the most part, no. And it comes down, though, to your usage, right? Sceneries are a tough thing to decide if you should buy. Okay, because it's only worth getting the scenery if you know you're going to fly into that location enough. But if you rarely fly in there, then why should you have the scenery? Why should you buy it, right? If there's a nice freeware, just use that. I have plenty of freeware ones from FlightSim.to. But some of the add-ons, here's a great example. I fly into Detroit enough, right? So I had bought the Inabuilds Detroit. Now, let me preface this by saying I haven't tried the, there hasn't been any updates to Detroit anytime in the past couple of months, I think. But anyways, there is a weird issue with the Detroit that Inabuilds has, which is one of the taxiways has a bump on it. And from my understanding, they have not fixed it yet. So I'm using a freeware from FlightSim.to that is almost as good as the Detroit one, if not better. I think they're both going to be better in certain areas, but I personally have a better time with the freeware. So there's an example of an airport that I have bought a paidware for, and I don't use it because there's some issues with it. Then if Inabuilds gets around to actually fixing the issues and optimizing the airport a little bit more, then maybe I'll go back to the Inabuilds. But here's another example. LAX. I flew into LAX last night, I think it was. And I have the Inabuilds LAX. I have the premium LAX. So the one that's modified for Flight Sim 2024. But I use the Asobo one. Why? Because I feel the Asobo one performs just a little bit better. Just a little bit better than the paidware one that I paid for. And, I also own, I've talked about this many times, but I also own the 306, the base one, and I also own the premium version, which is supposed to be the better one for Flight Sim 2024. But I find there are too many issues with the premium version one. One is the auto response issue with Beyondatc. Another one is there's some lighting issues. And I also feel that the compatible version performs slightly better in 2024. So there's another add-on that I paid for, and I don't use the premium version of it because of compatibility issues, personal compatibility issues. You haven't tried the fleet? Yeah, I just talked about it. Yeah, the Detroit one's really, really good. There's also there's one in Europe. It's not Manchester. Where is it? I've flown there many times. Ah, shoot, I can't remember what it is. But anyways, there's a freeware for that airport, and it's incredible. There's also a paidware one as well, but the freeware one is just, you know, the amount of effort some of these creators have made it's just amazing, because they could sell it for like $5. Easy sell for $5 if they wanted to, but they don't. They give it away for free, which is really, really cool on them. Really, really cool. Okay, so how are we sitting here? Estimated arrival time is currently at 17:12. So that's about an hour and 20 minutes or so. Jay says, can I back charge you for all, hold on. Boy, I can't read this right. Can I back charge you for making me set up TP today, which will take all day? Jay, here's the thing. You just need to be faster. You just got to be faster, that's all. I set up Chase. Now, I don't have as much of a complex system like you have, but I set up Chase Plane. I think within an hour or so, I had pretty much all my views set up for most of my planes. The cool thing about Chase Plane, though, the one thing I haven't figured out, though, is I haven't figured out how to carry over a setup. He says, really? Wow. Wow, really? Okay, y'all have to check this, that one out. Which one? Oh, the Europe one? Yeah, I don't remember what the Europe one was. I can't remember. If I go back through, look through APL, I could probably find it. Or even Volanta. So, you're supposed to be able to, there's the community one here. And you're supposed to be able to import. Oh, it's right here. Import, oh, there it is. Jeez. So you can just click on the ones you want, and then you can import them over. And it says who made it. So Blue made these ones. Here's my content. And I think I'm sharing mine, right? Public. Or I am now. So now you should be able to find mine. If you search for it, I guess, right? How do you search? Lex? Nope. Exclude mine. Oh, you can't search by names? You just gotta scroll through the list? Oh, that's kinda stupid. This list would go on forever. But anyways, it's cool because you can choose someone else's setup, which if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I think that's really, really handy. But I thought you could also pull it from like another plane. So if I already have the 737-800. If I want to do the freighter version, I should be able to do the same thing. Just import my views from my current aircraft. Oh, maybe it's here, I guess. You just click on the plane. Ah, that's what it is, yeah. That's what it is, probably. Or maybe not. I don't know. There's a lot to learn in Chase Plane. It's a handy add-on, though. I was just getting ready to see if it was possible. I need to carry over a setup for every FENIX aircraft. Yeah, Jay, I think you can with the same variant. I can't give you an example now because we're in a flight, but I think if you go under community, this just recycles the plane. Yeah, that just recycles it. Does my content show on here now? Nope. Why does mine not show?
FedEx 746. Contact Memphis Center 120.8. Have a good day.
Contact Memphis Center 120.8. FedEx 746.
I don't know.
Memphis Center. FedEx
This, I feel this
746.
could use a little bit of
Today,
work.
Crossing flight level 336.
Any theme,
Flight level
any
390.
theme. Physics, external, internal, physics, human.
Memphis Center, Roger.
Let me try typing. Let me try this. Let me try typing in blue up here. See if that pulls up blue stuff. No, see, you can't pull by. Oh yeah, yeah, you can. Okay, so blue. And then, see, it's not pulling up mine. I don't know what mine are. Is it? What's under my name? It doesn't have my name. I don't understand what my name is. Menu,
Memphis Center, November 9,
preferences.
1,000 feet.
November 90, Mike Uniform. Memphis Center, Roger.
Yeah, I don't know where it's pulling my name. Manually import, browse local files. It's got to be just pulling it from my username, huh? My login name. I don't know. I wonder if it's on the website. Thinking about welcome in. Shoveling snow, round 1 done. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow last night. Nothing crazy. A little bit of snow in my car. It's a weird. Has it been a weird winter for you, King Bob? I feel like it's just been a weird winter. We had a 50-degree day, what, last week I think it was? We had rain sometime last week as well. It's just weird. Alright, where does it show my user? There's all my add-ons. It's gotta just be pulling my Lex. Can anyone find me? If you're flying, can you find my... Can you see if you find my stuff in there? Well, at least the 738. Just curious now. Let's see. Okay. You can import views from your other planes. Oh, you can import views. Oh, so would you do it through the import thing? So, for example, J. Russ wants to import his stuff. So would you do it under preferences? And then manually import? Would it be here? Manually import? Export all of it? Manually import. This will add your existing views and groups. If your views already set up in the library, you will skip. This will add to your existing views groups. If you view/group already exist in your library, it will be skipped. This action cannot be undone. Browse local files, manually import. So would you export it? So Jay, you might be able to do that. You might be able to export it, your 319, let's say, and then manually import it. I don't know, maybe. I thought there was an easier way to do it, though, or a faster way to do it than that. That's the one thing I feel needs a little bit more. Maybe it's in the guide here. Oh, it's a ticket. I don't want to make a ticket. Maybe it's in the school.
This tutorial will guide you. We've built some tutorials to help you.
All right, let's see. Basic function, main screen, view, editor, groups, community, my content, backups, community.
This is the community page. Here you can access views or groups created and shared by other Chasepoint users. You can search by name, username, or aircraft to find exactly what you need. On the left side, you will find filters to further refine the results.
I'm pretty sure the voices are AI.
Finally, you can preferences page. Here you will find the first section, the second section, then
Alright, this isn't helping me.
there is the control room.
What's that? Oh,
Then
yeah, exit. Okay, that's not helping me. Let's go here.
this
FedEx
tutorial
746. Contact the Memphis Center 134.0.
Groups, community preferences. Oh, maybe it is under there. Let's check in there. Let's look at the backup, see what the backup had to say.
you can configure automatic cloud backups for import and export manually.
Atlanta Center, FedEx 746.
Yep.
Flight level 390.
Nothing. Okay, well, there's that. There's a lot. It's a lot, definitely.
FedEx 746.
Let's see.
Atlanta Center.
I don't
Okay.
think you can see your stuff. Snowiest we've had in years, but mixed in with 60s also. Really? Yeah, it's weird. It's been just a weird winter. Really weird winter. At 2 flights in 738 lined up tomorrow. Ooh, nice. Might have to get some rest now. Yeah, I can understand that, Barry. J. Russ says, yeah, Chase plane is confusing. I don't want to manually set up every Phoenix variant. I'm not sure how to copy it over to the Phoenix aircraft. Keith says, no, go to main menu, go to the bottom, then hover, import will show. Okay, so he says, go to the main menu. Menu. Here's the main menu. And then scroll down to the bottom. Oh, right here. Import. Oh, look at that, right there. Hey, thank you, Keith. Keith's the man. Keith figured. So there you go. It's right there. That's how you do it. So, Jay. Perfect. All you have to do, Keith is a magical guy here. You click on the little button here, or you click on the, scroll all the way to the bottom, right? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Click on this little plus guy, import, and you can import it from a similar aircraft. So it sees it pulls the iFly 737 MAX for me. If I clicked on that guy, then it would import that. But for you, it should bring the, I would assume it brings the iFly, or sorry, the MAX, not MAX, geez, the FENIX 320 or whatever whatever one you set up. But you can also pull from other aircrafts here. Handy dandy. Keith's the man. Fantastic. That's cool. King Boss says, damn, I was trying to figure it out forever. Keith just walks in here and figures it out. That's cool. Okay, so that's all you gotta do. Hopefully you're still here, Jay. Oh, thank you for that, Keith. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Uncle Stillskin, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. That's fantastic. That's cool. So create, import, and then you can figure out your plane. Your 10 configured views. I'm not sure what that is. That's handy. And I suppose this is where you can, so then you can export if you wanted to, right? So if you scroll on down, this is where you can export. So if it doesn't show up for some reason, then you can export it. You can manually export, oh, that's everything. Export, you can just export that plane, let's say the FENIX 320, and then you can go back into that one and import just that one config file. I assume. Never assume. That's fantastic. Thank you for that, Keith. See, again, this is why it's fantastic to do streams and have the communities going on, because you can have these conversations and learn so much from each other. That will speed up so much. Yeah, that would have been nice to have when I was setting up different planes, like when I was setting up the EJETs. Views may be off a bit if the aircraft different size. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. But that's just minor tweaks. I just love what's really cool is that Chase planes default, at least for me, and I know, Jay, yours is going to be a little bit different because your cockpits, it's more, you don't really look at the instruments like I do here on my screen. Yours is set up, different up here. But I like the default, a lot of the default views from Chase plane, because one of the things is the default view for the PMDG 737, like the main cockpit view, it's more narrow. It's a more narrow view, so you don't really get to see. I know you can't see it on the screen because it's 1080p, but it's more narrow. So like the default one, I can't see the vertical speed, and I think I can see probably, well, I think I can see all altitude, but with Chase Plane, almost every single view, with the exception of the MD-11, the default MD-11 was just kind of weird. It was like really close up. Its high end is like right up here. It's probably perfect for J. Russ, or for someone like me who wants to see the entire cockpit, you know, at least the instruments. It wasn't a great view. But every other plane had really, really good views that I just instantly jumped into. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. I'm going to move the camera up just a little bit, but that's it. What I like to have for my view, personally, is I like to be able to see the top, just a little bit of the top up here. This one I get to see a lot of it, but every plane I like to see just a little bit. The MD-11, I think I get to a little bit. There's one plane I don't. It might be the 306. I think it's the 306. I don't really get to see the top. It's just my thing. It gives me a little guidance. It shouldn't matter much. P2's here, just half dead. P2 had a good night last night. Had some wings and some adult beverages, I assume. Cessna views so much more fun than tweaking graphics. Oh yeah, I agree, Keith. Yeah, the views are. I don't know. What the thing I really like about Chase Plane is it's the movements, the panning. It doesn't feel. It's got just a nice little sway to it. The default one, I think the default one's like instant. It's an instant turn. But Chase Planes has that little, just nice little, I don't know. It's just a little sway that it feels really nice. I guess it's hard to really explain. So King Bob was talking in Discord about SI, and it's interesting because we were on stream yesterday and Captain came in and he was telling us a little bit about SI's ground stuff, and it's interesting. It is really interesting because I didn't know Antraz offered the ground stuff, the ground ops. It's really interesting, and you know, so he makes a great point, is that the SI it's a good product. I've not criticized the product that much. I'm going to criticize it when it should be. I criticize Beyondatc when it needs to be as well, because that's part of what we should be doing, but doing it in a fair and constructive you know, way. You're not going to be like, it's just crap, you know, and walk out. You're going to be like, well, this issue is here, and you know, how can we solve it? Giving direct answers of what the problem is. You know, like coming in for a landing and you get vectored off to the wrong direction. Okay, well, I had this issue here. This is what should have happened. You know, and then you submit your feedback versus like, it's stupid. You can't even do anything with vectors, right? So it's important to criticize when you need to, but it's also it's important to be fair and honest with it all, because you know, even if you don't like a certain developer, you got to appreciate what they're trying to do, at least if it's in a positive aspect. There are definitely some developers are out there just for cash grab. There are some developers out there just pushing out things just to push out things, right? But I feel for the majority of flight simulating stuff, I feel most developers are out there because they're making something that they want to use themselves. And that is the same with many of the products I probably criticize, which is that I might criticize, I should say, is that the developers trying to make something because that's what they want to use, or they're very interested in that product, you know, or that plane, that add-on, whatever it be, right? And SI is no different. SI, I've always said it's good. It's good ATC, and that everyone should try it. I think and I will never ever say no one should try it. I think everyone should try it, because there is that 24-hour period. And if you jump in and you like it, it's great. If you don't, you don't. There's other options out there. But if you're using FS HUD and you're like, geez, you know, I'm just having too many problems with it, try Beyondatc. If you have issues with that, you have SI, right? It's great to have the options out there, because it does push each developer to do its thing. Each developer does focus on something primarily more important to them, right? And some try to push as much as they can to make it you know, so subscription based is one of those things where I feel like if you're going to charge a subscription, you need to charge a subscription, but you need to offer enough features to benefit that product, right? When it comes to flight sim, at least, we look at World of Warcraft, right? They charge you whatever it is, $10 a month or something like that to just use their game, just to play their game, okay? But I think you also get a little bit more than just playing that game. You get like coins and stuff like that, right? I think you get a little bit more to it, if memory serves me correctly. It's been a long time since I used it. And the same with like PlayStation Plus, Xbox Game Pass, right? You get a little extra with it. You get the 10% discount, or you get, you know, you get, what's it called? With PlayStation, you get, what is the thing you get with PlayStation? You get access to their thing, but you also get like free, like a couple free PlayStation Plus games throughout the month. Something like that, right? Like, I don't even know if they still have it, but it's good to have all these options available. It's good. And even though I don't use SI myself, my issue isn't the product. It's more about the... It's more about the company itself I have issues with. They rub me the wrong way. So, you know, so he brought up a great point about like PMDG. You know, people were rubbed the wrong way with PMG, and if you cared about the company, then you may not be flying their planes. This is a very fair statement. A very fair statement. I don't like Walmart as a company. I don't like Amazon as a company, but I do use them as a service because I need to buy certain things, right? And it's kind of part of, unfortunately, it's part of the thing we have to put up with as consumers. I don't really like Microsoft as a company, but I use everything Microsoft, right? The same thing, you know, I haven't had any issues with it, knock on wood, but with like WinWing or Wind Control now, people have talked about how their customer support is not great. But their products have been good for me, right? RJ says, Memphis to Orlando, that's an ultra long haul. Yeah, right? I saw this one on the docket, and I was like, this would be fun, because I don't get to fly into Orlando very often. With FedEx, at least. And I always love flying into Orlando. It's just a fun airport to go into, and it's cool to see the amount of traffic that's at the airport. So I figured this would be a good one to do on stream. We still have... Oh my gosh, we still have like an hour left. Just under an hour left. Jesus, folks. Let's see, Keith says, Lex brings in a good crowd. Such a good guy. Gives me hope for America. Nonsense. Lex entered MD-11 weights incorrectly on purpose. Whoa, I just used the weights that... I just used the weights that NewSky gave me. I just hit the button. I don't know what Irishman does. He does some sort of sorcery behind the scenes. Some magic. I have no idea what he honestly does. I don't know if he like Googles what the actual capacity is and all that jazz. I don't know where he gets that information from, but like I did it live on stream. You hit the button. You type in what you want, you click it, you name it, and you save it. Irishman's gone around and he's fixed all of the planes. But I'm not sure what he's fixing. He knows a lot more of the behind-the-scenes stuff with NewSky than I even remotely know. He's the one that got it all hooked up with Discord. I had no idea. There's no way that would have been part of the Discord if Irishman didn't figure it out. I would have been like, whatever. I would love to have the APL one. That'd be really cool. But I don't think APL gives access to that to other people via an API. "40 minutes until you land in Paris." You'll be on the ground probably before we get on the ground. Our top of descent's in about 30 minutes. But our landing's in about 45 minutes. Well, 55 minutes, let's just say. Just tested the import, and it works like a charm. Awesome. Thank you again, Keith. King Bob, so you said you had tried the G-Sync fix that I have working. And here's the thing. So I did a flight yesterday, and when the FPS drops, I don't know, I'm not quite sure where it is. Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. Is the Discord Flylex? Let me grab it, Keith. Let me grab it. We kind of, let's see. All right, there it is, Keith. That's good for an hour. So, what was I gonna say? Okay. Are you okay, King Bob? Have you tried setting in Windows itself first, setting your refresh rate to 100? Okay, have you tried that, and then tried the things that I had mentioned in Discord? So, have you gone over here? Where is it? Advanced display, and then set your refresh rate to 100. Have you done that? It's number 2. But mine's 99.98, but whatever, close enough. And then I use the True Black too. I don't know that. I don't think that should matter. I use the True Black, but you can see I do have variable refresh rate on, so supported by the driver because it's FreeSync, right? And then I'm using the Display HDR 400 Black, and then here's FreeSync Pro. But have you tried that and then tried the other things that I mentioned in Discord and then did on stream as well? Because I think that might play a factor into it. Now that's going to limit everything to 100. All your titles are going to be at 100. So if you're used to like 160 or something, it might be a little different. Not yet 100. I think let's see. I think it has something to do with the range. Yeah, I think it does as well, and that's why I think 100's working, at least on my end. I think so. Because from what I read, I believe it was the minimum, or sorry, the variable refresh rate works up to 100, or works up to 44 hertz or something like that. So when your FPS drops below that, that's where things can kind of start to break. But by setting your hertz to 100 FPS, half of that is 50, and I think that gives you that little bit of wiggle room in there, right? I think that's just my theory behind it. But I would try that. So yesterday, flying into LAX, it was incredible. Was the FPS tanking? Absolutely. But could I tell it as bad as in the past? No. It was pretty darn good. Like when you panned, it would kind of be there every once in a while, but G-Sync, or not G, FreeSync in this case, did a really good job at trying to fix the stuttering with that. Again, it was there, it just wasn't as aggressive as it was in the past. Without FreeSync, I should say. And then I did have in a couple little incidences, very minor, but I had seen a couple times where I had the gamma kind of happen, but it was for a couple seconds and then was gone. So it wasn't the entire flight, didn't get stuck. Now I will test this same theory with Diablo 4, because Diablo 4 is a dark game, and that's when I first noticed the gamma stuff. So I will test it in there because, again, it's a dark game. It's like the perfect title to test that gamma kind of bouncing around. But the only reason why I say it's not a great test though is the fact that I typically get pretty good frame rates in that game. So Flight Sim's obviously the perfect one where you'll see the FPS just kind of tank. We'll try it again sometime. I just want to fly and not spend time tweaking. Yeah, I get you. 100% get it. The sunset happening over here. The view looks amazing from this plane. Which plane again were you flying, Storm? So I was going to stream in the afternoon today, but ended up not, or ended up deciding, not yesterday, today. I ended up not doing that because I know there's a couple football games happening in a couple hours here. So I figured people will probably be doing that, watching a lot of that today. I used to tweak Oblivion all the time. I spent more time doing that than playing. Yeah, Oblivion was rough. You talking about the remastered one, right? That one was rough. I remember when I bought it when I had Xbox Game Pass. I bought it, but I played it when I had Xbox Game Pass, and it was just, even on my higher end system, at the time was a 4080. It was rough, man. Welcome in. Could you review my VATSIM map website, which I'm working on? Oh, you're working on a website? Ooh. Tripod. I don't know if you can post in chat here, but feel free to post it in chat. Delta A350. Ooh, nice. The 350. I haven't flown the 350 in a while. I'm really hooked on freighters. I know this isn't technically a freighter plane right now, but today was mostly, again, for the Boris sound pack. We got a headwind? No, we had a tailwind. That's helping us. Okay. If we had a headwind, oh man. So we got a tailwind of 103 right now. If we had a headwind, would have added on, what, 20 minutes or so to the flight? Wilco's going to put it in Discord. Fantastic. So you're working on a VATSIM map website. A VATSIM map website. Interesting. I don't use VATSIM myself. Who uses VATSIM? Oh, Captain got a nice picture in Discord. Got the Velocity 1 set up. Look at this. We'll check it out here. Got the nice Velocity 1 set up there. Got SI over there. You got all his panels. Got the Boeing panel here. A couple stream decks. I think it's Navigraph there. Very nice. We got the upper panel up here. Pillar. Very nice. Very cool. What's this on top, though? Is that how a Velocity 1 just looks? Looks like there'd be something going on here. I don't know what that is. Let's take a look at this VATSIM map.
FedEx 746, Atlanta Center. Expect bridge 5, runway 18 right.
Oh wow, we're actually sticking with right runway. We'll expect bridge 5, runway 18 right, FedEx 746. So here is Wilco's VATSIM map. What's all the dots? Those airports? Yeah, those are all airports.
746, contact Jacksonville Center 1 tree 4-point tree.
Contact Jacksonville Center 134.3.
We got all the planes. Very nice.
Jacksonville Center.
The amount of people that do cross the pond is crazy. Look at all these planes. There was an event in Iceland yesterday with VATSIM. I saw 7x7 Spy flying that.
Jacksonville Center, copy.
And a bunch of people in Orlando. All up the coast here. The west coast. Yeah, it's very nice. Flightbank.co.uk for those interested. Okay, let's see. The scaling setting you showed may have helped a bit. Gotta use G-Sync, no tearing is king. Yeah, for sure. Storm says I only have the flight stick and the throttle. And at the bottom of the flight stick, it's a PKN, or PXN. But now, hold on. I only have the flight stick and the throttle is at the bottom of the flight stick. Oh, at the bottom, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about. Let's see, Jay says, I can send you instructions in DM if you don't know how. I just don't know how to make a video of what. Jay says, can you make a video for guys on setting up a stream deck with hotkeys for use with chase plane? Yeah. So, Jay, just to confirm, all you have to do is have a hotkey set up in Stream Deck, right? So, for example, let me bring up Stream Deck here. Uno momento. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Uh-oh. What the hell? I've never had it go that crazy. Let me bring up Stream Deck. Stream Deck, hello, how are you? Okay, so in Stream Deck, all you have to do is set up a hotkey here, right? So you can do hotkey. Drop it in there, and then you can put whatever action. Oh no, that's not right. No, hold on. It's not hotkey. Which one is it?
FedEx 746. Contact Jacksonville.
That does a preset. I don't want to do a preset. What is it? Which one is it? I have it for something else. Hold on, let me find it.
125.75. FedEx 746. Have a good one.
Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah. So it's just okay. So it is a preset. I mean a hotkey. So you drop it in here, and you call it whatever you want. So view 1, and then you would add in whatever your thing is. So if you do like Control Shift 5 or something, that would be that hotkey. So you just when you press that button, that's what's going to happen. That we're talking about, Jay? That's all it is, right? That's all it is, I believe. That's correct, hotkey. Okay, yeah. So it's just hotkey. Yeah, I think the scaling thing is the biggest thing with the G-Sync. I can't see the airport. Too much cloud over. Yeah, there's a lot of clouds. Thanks so much. You might find that the live weather from Msfs useful for. Oh yeah, the live weather. Yeah. Then just hit the drop down to assign the keyboard assignment. And King Bob says work like a charm. There we go. You already got a bite. King Bob tried it. I would have, if I did that, I'd probably just have to get a second. I'll have to see. I need to get away from using, I use alts. So alt 1, 2, 3, 4 for my views. But I think it'd be easier if I set it up on the Stream Deck. Would it be? I don't know. Right now I'm not using 5 buttons because I don't have HW Info installed. Which I'm going to say this as well. Not tracking my FPS, I think, has been a great thing to have. I'm not tracking my FPS or my GPU or system temps. I'm not checking any of that stuff anymore. Ever since I done my fresh installed Windows last week. In a week I have not tracked any of that. I think it's been nice not to be looking at that stuff all the time. Because I'm always looking at my temperatures and, usage and all that jazz. It's been nice not to look at it, not to know. The only FPS I can look at now is when I'm using auto FPS, which is pretty much every flight. That's the only time I'll see my FPS within Flight Sim. Storm's 28 minutes out of Paris. 28 minutes. Will be descending in about. Oh wow, we actually might. We're probably gonna be about 10-minute difference. You're probably land about 10 to 15 minutes before me. Because we're doing 1.8 right, which can be straight in there. Speaking of 1.8 right, we should probably set up the right one. Alright, so ILS is 11.9. 111 and a 9. 111 and a 9. Nope, that didn't work. 111 and 9. Okay, and then the course is 185. 185. Alright, there's 185. And minimums are 294.
Southwest 3864, Jacksonville Center. Expect Hobbit Tree, runway 28.
Hobbit 3. What did they say, Hobbit 2?
Tree,
Oh, Hobbit 3.
Southwest 3864.
That's Atlanta, right? Alright, 2904 set. And we're going to go ahead and put in 5,000 for the altitude. Weather in Orlando right now is 210, 16, gusting up to 21, temperature is 23. So it's going to be a windy approach, gusting windy approach into Orlando, but no rain, nothing like that, so it should be good. The storm's got a bunch of turbulence. King says, agreed, I used to check all that stuff. I find freeing not to have this, not staring at it in your face. Yeah. And Keith says he turned off dev mode. We're landing in Orlando, Florida, US of A. The US of A. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try something here. Let's set up live on stream because we have nothing else to do right now. This could be like a tutorial. Okay, so here's one of my setups now. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I don't use that. Get rid of that. I like to keep Moza. I don't know if I need those actually. Right there. I like to keep my flaps. I like to keep that guy there. Although I don't think I need any of these either. So I'm trying to think of where I want my camera views to be set up. Probably best to do on that setup. I guess I don't really need flaps either. I don't need the trim. I like to keep my wind. And I can remove the record over... I was going to move this anyways. Let's copy this guy over to my other stream deck. And then we just delete all this crap because I don't need that anymore. Alright, so let's paste that
Contact
there.
Jacksonville Center 132.3, FedEx 746.
Let's go back over here. And now we can delete this guy.
Jacksonville Center.
So I need
FedEx
5, I need 6
Flight
views.
level
Okay.
390.
I don't know if I need this up here. So let's move you over here, you over here, you over here. And then we do hotkeys. So we do this one here. U1. And that's going to be Alt 1. And then do another one. View 2. I guess I can name them better too, huh? So if we name this to cockpit to ground. And we name this overhead, so overhead. Okay. And then we can do this one here. This is going to be, we're going to call this McDo. That's number 3. And then this one here is going to be number 4. Number 4 is typically throttle. And then number 5 is EFB. Oops. Number 5. And then number 6 is... what the hell is... IRSs. That's right, normally do 6. Okay. And then you can change the button. You can change the pictures too. Like I don't have anything to set it up to right now, but you can set up different pictures if you wanted to. Okay, let's see if it works. So 2. Uh-oh, that didn't work. What happened? Let's get out of here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. It'll take some getting used to, but I think that works really well. I think I like it.
Jacksonville Center, FedEx 746.
I think I like it.
390.
17 headwinds. He says more friggin' upgrade fees. Fly Tampa, LAS V3, and it said still be buggy. Oh yeah, didn't that come out recently? Did that come out yesterday? They're charging an upgrade for it? I'm not paying for it. I'm happy with what it is. It's good enough for me. How much is the upgrade? Out of curiosity. Let's check it out. Fly Tampa. Oh, they don't show anything on their website. Oh, that's an interesting title for that article. We're going to check that out here in a second, too. No one's covering it, so I'm not sure how much they're charging for it. The upgrade fee. All right, this is an interesting title. How a $5 upgrade exposed an industry of optimism. This seems like they're talking about the TFDI. Interesting. This is from Msfs Add-ons. On a quiet Monday in January 2026. Developers charge, let's see, wasn't enough, blah, 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 blah. They charge only $5. The hobby, blah, blah, blah. I sent $5 fee for the existing to challenge the assumptions that had gone largely untested. In a market very similar, routine cost $20 or more. The MD-11 became a focal point to a larger discussion about upgrade value. The cup of coffee standard. Ooh. Much of the debate centers on the work involved in migrating a complex aircraft to 2024. Historically, blah, 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 blah. Black Square offered a free upgrade.
Good day, Jacksonville Center. American 2975.
By the end of 2024, the developer followed its entire catalog with no additional charge. This flight published Black Squares internally, followed same stance with the 146. FENIX, no charge. The Comanche has a $15 fee.
Center on 125.905.
And at the end of it is the criticism from PMDG, which is $30.
Jacksonville Center.
They defended it.
Flight level 3.
Flyware, the same thing. They charge $40. Leonardo charged $22.
Jacksonville Center.
It's the market recalibrating. Huh. Interesting article. It doesn't really give you much, but I thought the title was interesting. It's just what we were talking about earlier, which is funny. Yeah, what are they charging, Keith, for the upgrade? 15 knot headwinds. Oh, that's not bad. Headwinds, though, aren't bad. I can't find what Fly Tampa's charging for the upgrade. Let me see if I can find something on Reddit. That's where I get my source of news. Probably under Flight Sims Reddit. I thought it launched yesterday. I don't fly into LAS as often, but aren't they adding like some UFO thing to it or something?
American 2975, Jacksonville Center.
Ah, here we go. Looks like has released it. Which one do I have? Do I have Fly Tampa or do I have Glide Slope? I think I have Glide Slope. Fly Tampa. Fly, 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 fly away. Glide Slope. No, I guess I have Fly Tampa. Wait, where the hell? Do I have either one? I have one of them, don't I? Yeah, Fly Tampa. Okay, here we go. Vegas, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I have the Vegas Fly Tampa. Okay. What's the upgrade cost though? I don't see it. Where the hell did I buy it from? Also, like, how much, or what all changed? No one's covering it. Like, the two major sites, no one's covered it. And I thought it came out yesterday. Alright, we should be getting top of this in here in just a second. Keith says he didn't buy it. Click on 2024 on the Tampa and then the buy button. Fly Tampa site, click on the 2024. Oh, here we go. Okay. $6 upgrade. Okay. $6. What's all changed though with it? Their website sucks. I don't know where I got it. Is it available in the default store? I might have got it from Sim Marketplace. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm surprised no one's covering it. Alright, we're on our top of descent. We're finally there, folks. Jacksonville Center, FedEx 746, ready for descent. Surprised we didn't get top descent.
FedEx 746, descend via Grinch 5 arrival. Orlando Airport landing runway 18
Alright, Grinch 5 arrival. Here we go. Here we go, folks. It's been an hour and 12 minutes, hour and 4 minutes of flight time. We still have about 20, 30 minutes or so. This is going to be a worst landing yet, 100%. Storm says. It shouldn't be that bad though. It's a headwind. 15 knot headwind shouldn't be bad. The plane's gonna handle most of the throttle, and the 350 is pretty good with that. There's Midlife Rex. There's Kubi. So I have run into another thing that's kind of weird, and I haven't quite figured this one out yet. So I am forcing FrameGen 3, FrameGen times 3 on my system in the NVIDIA control panel. But they still haven't fixed it in 2024, where if you choose 3, it's 6 to 3. It automatically reverts back to 2. But I found that if I don't change it in the sim back to 3, that it doesn't seem to be working properly. It's really weird. And I can go in there and I can make the file read only, but if I do that, then Auto FPS won't be doing this thing.
FedEx 746.
It's a weird dilemma.
Good day, Jacksonville Center. FedEx 746.
It's coming from the right. Oh, it's coming. So it's a crosswind landing. Okay. Yeah, crosswinds are always fun.
FedEx 746, Jacksonville Center.
Alright, so we landed runway 18 right. We're going to be exiting to right. We're going to be exiting to the left. Although if we really want to, since this is technically quote-unquote a FedEx flight, we can just take it all the way down to the end and park in cargo. But I think we'll go over to airside 3 probably. That's my guess of what we'll do. Storm says no, they are not. Oh, Streamlabs doesn't like if you use all caps. I don't know. Sceneries are, again, it's one of those things where is the upgrade price really worth it? Like, what else are you going to get out of it that's going to really change your experience with the scenery? If the scenery's working just fine, let it be. But if it's like a bug fix scenery, I don't feel like I have any issues though with the LAS scenery currently from Fly Tampa. Therefore, I don't have any interest in really upgrading. But if there was like optimization work that's been done, like a significant amount of optimization work done, then then we might consider it as a possibility. But I don't think there's, I don't know. I don't know enough that's changed with it. I'm just surprised no one's covering it.
2975, descending via Grinch 5, flight level 329er.
So weird.
American 2975, Jacksonville Center. Good day.
Oh, I think I got it from Orbex. I think that's where I have Fly Tampa from. Orbex. I'm trying to find out. Trying to find out, like, what's changed with it.
Contact Jacksonville Center 133.325, Spirit Wings 3031.
I can't see anyone.
November 636 Echo Mike, turn right, heading 335.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Finally, I found something. The deep, dark world of AV Sim. 16 hours ago. V6 releasing tonight for 2024. Here's the changelog. Corrected airfield elevation to match real-world data. Fixed ILS approach issues with navigational aids. Updated the Vegas scenery. Reworked the taxi layouts. Added taxiway C. Added the Topgolf. Added a Formula 1 layout. Improved lighting and visual effects. Replaced numerous library objects. Improved performance and LOD structure. So they claimed that they improved that. Already have some reported issues. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Here's the issues. 3.0 has several issues such as detached misaligned jetways, malformed terrain, misplaced taxi signs, GSE vehicle clipping into taxi signs. Taxiway Hotel 2 is missing. Many green taxiway lights are misaligned. Alright, well, we're skipping that one, folks. That's a good start from them. Let's see, Storm's landing. 13 knot headwinds be like. Are you sure it's a headwind? You're not missing. I think you're talking about crosswinds. That's unfortunate. Again, like I said, the Fly Tampa Vegas is really nice as it is. It's a 2020 version that works in 2024. But obviously, based on just that little bit of reading, seems to be some issues with it. So, I'll stick where I am for now. Rough landing. What was your landing rate? Not that it matters. What, King Bob? Are you still here? I keep forgetting. What is that landing rate thing? Hashtag, what was it? I gotta start coming up with the t-shirt designs for the expo. hashtag landing rates are fake or something like that. Landing rate. Hashtag landing rate something. Crosswinds. Okay, yeah. Can't remember what it is. Hashtag landing rate. I don't think it says. I don't think it was fake. Got a couple planes out here. We got the Cessna 172. We got a Turbo, Bonanza, Tomahawk, Phoenix, F-35, 350, Vision Jet. It's always cool just seeing what other people are flying, especially as you come into Orlando. Great, so we should be on the ground here within the next half hour, thankfully. Which should put this flight at almost 2 hours. If we take into consideration the block time, it's probably going to be about 2 hours, which is probably one of the longest flights. This might be the longest flight. This might be the longest flight that I've done. Well, I think this is the longest flight I've done on stream. There was one like a year and a half ago or so that I accidentally was going to do, and we ended up doing time acceleration. I think I ended up doing time acceleration because I forgot how long. I don't remember what it was either. It was like, what was it? It was like Pennsylvania to, gosh, I don't remember where it was anymore either. It was a longer flight than I expected. And I don't know, something in my head didn't click, the sheer distance of the flight. So we do have scattered clouds down to 1,100, sorry. Oh, is it 100? Yeah, 1,100 or 1,000. Jeez. And then we have scattered at 19 and broken at 25. So we're gonna have a little cloudy approach as we make our way on down, but once we get down to about 10,000 or so, we should be. So once we get the landing light on, it should be a little bit more pleasant to look at as we enter into Orlando. The one thing I did notice with this 737 is there are a couple graphical issues. I don't remember what they are now. Like back here, you can see like a low res here. Low res here. Again, none of this, in my opinion, matters because you're not ever looking over there. And this, you're seeing, I don't know if you can see this on stream, but that's because of DLSS and frame gen. A little fogginess there. This kind of looks weird. It's lower res there. I like the coffee cup stain, the coffee stains here. I think that's what that is. I like that they at least aged the cockpit. That doesn't look like brand new. Like here, this one looks fine. It's just bottom one here, it looks funky. Maybe it's the lighting, because this one over here looks okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of texture this is supposed to even be. 11 hours and 15-minute flight. Jesus. Yeah, that's too long for me. Zero interest in that. Even this is like too much for me. Almost 2 hours. Now, if I wasn't streaming, I would have been watching like whatever in the background, some movies or whatever it be, something in the background. I definitely wouldn't be sitting here staring at the cockpit for 2 hours. That's beautiful looking. Where's midlife? Oh, of course you lost multiplayer. I love the breakthrough here. I think that's like the best part of 2024 and 2020, but 2024 especially because they made it even better looking. You can see the wing flex there. Very subtle, but very nice. Got an iFly out here. It is nice to have multiplayer back on, but also it's not. Because like I'm landing in Orlando yesterday, and then of course you had all the just weird crap going on. People flying upside down and landing and crashing into the ground right away. It sort of breaks some of the immersion. You know what I mean? Well, time to go from Paris to Sydney? Jeez. Yeah, no. No, thank you. This one isn't even that far. Like, this flight, it just seems like it's really far.
Contact Jacksonville.
Because we're only crossing a handful of states. It's not like we're crossing across the country. We're going like a quarter of the country. After you take a 2-hour nap, yeah. I don't blame you. Alright, standard pressure. Altimeter is... what? 2996. Alright, 2996 in the box. And we're going to end up here. So our last at Mago. Where is that going to drop us down to? Is it Mago? No, Yago. Sorry, Yago. 6,000 feet. And then our next waypoint is Hamion here, which we're going to be at 3,000 feet. So we got to drop down 3,000 feet in between this spot here. That's not a lot of room. Let's see what happens. Clear out that. Okay, then we're going to go over here and put in our flap and speed. So it's 40 at 133. Got that in there. So now we have a visual reference of what that's going to be. Clearing out. Stop it. Someone's using the Tango out there, the helicopter. Citation. You can see with the EFB, you can see all the traffic, which is kind of cool as well. So we got, but you can't, yeah, you can't click on them to see who it is. This also brings in Beyondatc traffic as well, if I'm correct.
American 2975, contact Jacksonville.
So I'm not sure what's multiplayer and what's Beyondatc.
Contact Jacksonville, Center 33325, American 2975.
Or maybe this only brings in multiplayer. There's only 2 planes there. Is Midnight Rex back? There's Midnight Rex over there. Kubi, are you landing? Which runway are you landing? 180 right? That's the one I'm getting. You're like 5,000 feet below me. So, is it correct that Parallel 42 is not bringing in sim effects? Or what's it called? Yeah, SimFX. That's what it's called, SimFX. Is that true? They're not bringing that over? I wonder if it's just because it's just too... Did Asoba really just change too much to the SDK? Made it very difficult? Or did it not sell very well and they didn't want to put the effort into it, or maybe they are working on it and just they told people no, they're not working on it. I wonder what the thought process is there. Like I was saying before, though, I don't know if I'd buy it again because you have to buy it for every plane, and they only made a handful of planes. They didn't make all of them, so they made. Well, yeah. Because I think isn't that how it worked? There's like a base package, and then there was like the other ones, like the 737 and the 320. I think the CR. Maybe I don't know if they had a CRJ or not. I don't remember how it worked now.
FedEx 746.
Or was it that like most things, some things would work, but then if you want to get like the special immersion of certain planes, you have to get the packs. I think that's how that works. Now I'm confused. Now I want to see.
Jacksonville Center, FedEx 746, descending via Grinch 5, 12,600.
Okay, so
FedEx 746, Jacksonville
what's
Center.
this?
Copy.
Oh, wait. Okay, so you want a range of visual effects across multiple aircrafts.
Contact Orlando, approach 124.8. Take care.
Contact Orlando approach, FedEx 746, take care.
Yeah, I think that's how it worked. It added on to pretty much every plane, but then there were the
Orlando
packs to add in
approach,
additional
FedEx
stuff.
746, 11,800 with the numbers.
FedEx 746.
I just cared about
Altimeter 29906. Expect the visual approach runway 18 right.
I just cared about
Altimeter
the cloud
29906,
stuff. It was so
expect the visual
cool.
approach runway 18 right, FedEx 746.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Low, striper, sim installer, visual effects. Yeah, then there's the immersion packs. Yeah, okay. So there are the 3 immersion packs you can get that are for the specific planes that add in additional stuff. That's what it was. Okay, I'm thinking right. All right, landing lights, taxi lights are on. So it looks like the clouds dropped off. Yeah, they lowered down quite a bit. We got a few clouds at 3,000, few at 7,000, scattered at 11. So it looks like we're gonna have clouds all the way into Orlando. Interesting.
Heading 155, expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 18 right.
Last time we checked, it was 11,000, so they dropped substantially. No rain still. But I'm assuming it's gonna be raining at any point into Orlando. It seems like every time I've landed in Orlando, it's always rained, like in real life.
Spirit Wings 531. Airport is at your 11 o'clock 10 miles. Report the field in sight. Field in sight. Spirit Wings 531. Spirit Wings 531. Cleared visual approach runway 18 right.
Crosswind right now at 52 knots.
Spirit Wings 531.
I don't even know if I need flight tracker's wind gauge anymore, because I could just use this up here. Although I'd rather not have this on, because that's where you get OLED burns. Like, it does change, but the outer part of it won't. I don't know if I don't know. I turn that off if I'm not streaming.
Frontier Flight 9254. Leave Banya heading 220. Expect radar vectors.
Alright, so here they're going to restrict us at 6,000 feet. Yeah, so Yago 6,000, and then we want to be at 3,000 at Hammy.
Spirit Wings 531.
I gotta get used to using the Stream Deck as my views now. That's gonna take me a while.
Spirit Wings 531. American 2975. Leave Yago heading 145. Expect radar vectors.
145. Alright, I'm gonna put that in the box. That's not for us, but that might be us.
Diego heading 145, expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 18 right, American 29.
I gotta pick up some of these trends, because this is a trend that 7x7 Spy has taught me after watching him. He doesn't have BATC, but he listens to, like, when they do radio changes, altitude changes, you know, directions, all that jazz. Or should I fly back to the US? What was the flight again? Where'd you, I can't remember where you took off from and landed in your 350. Alright, here comes our 6,000 restriction. Another 1,000 feet, but yeah, I think this is just artifacts. Yeah, it's just artifacts. We're gonna probably be in the soup here for the next 4,000 feet.
Report the field in sight.
Field in sight, Delta 2587.
Delta 25
Midlife Rex over here coming in for the arrival.
Visual approach runway 18 right.
Cleared visual approach 18 right, Delta 2587.
Delta 2587. Contact Orlando Tower 124.3.
Alright, we should get our vectors in any second now. I don't know if we'll get our altitude. I think it's going to say cleared for the ILS.
Frontier Flight 9254. Fly present heading. Intercept the 18 right localizer.
It should be ILS at least. Shouldn't be visual. Although it said expect the visual. I suppose though, we get that few clouds at 3,000. It should be alright.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Frontier Flight 9254.
American 2975. Fly present heading.
Oh yeah, Vegas to LA to Paris.
Altimeter 29.
Now you're torn between Paris to Sydney or Paris to New York. Ooh,
Fly present heading.
Paris to Sydney. Sydney's always fun. I would do Sydney. We got some. Oh, we got rain.
American 2975.
I'm not seeing rain on the METAR.
FedEx 746. Lead Yago heading 150.
150.
Vectors for visual approach runway 18 right.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put in 3,000
Diego, heading
in the
150.
box.
Expect radar vectors for visual approach
And let's go
runway
heady
18
mode.
Right, FedEx 746.
All right.
November 702 Sierra Lima. Airport is at your 11 o'clock 8 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight. November 702 Sierra Lima.
November 702 Sierra Lima.
I'm not gonna put the wipers on because I don't think they're I don't think they're gonna be necessary on the approach itself.
Visual approach 18 right. November 702
And the
Sierra
rain is
Lima.
so much better in 2024 compared to 2020.
November 702 Sierra Lima.
I don't know if they're realistic. Yeah, see, we're already out of the rain. That's typical Orlando to you, or for you.
Tower 124.3. November 702 Sierra Lima. Take
Right.
care.
I don't know if we'll get another vector or if they're just gonna clear us for the visual.
FedEx 746. Fly present heading. Intercept the
Oh, there you go, intercept.
localizer.
All right, localizer is armed, or approach I should say is armed. 3,000 feet, it's in the box.
Fly present heading. Intercept the 18 right localizer.
Qantas.
Descend, maintain
Ooh, the 380.
3,000. FedEx
How you liking the
746.
380? Is Midlife Rex, 3,500 feet. I think they're coming into, I think they're doing 18 as well.
Orlando Tower 124.3.
Over to Tower 1.
Alright, we should intercept the localizer in just a second. Speed's a little heavy, a little high. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out speed brakes, slow us down.
Airport is at your 11 o'clock.
We got a tailwind right now. Localizer's captured, glide slope's captured.
We have the field. Frontier Flight 9254.
Frontier Flight 9254. Cleared visual approach runway 18 right.
Cleared visual approach 18 right.
Alright, speed's much
Frontier
better,
Flight
much better.
9254.
Speed brakes are armed. I
Frontier
normally
Flight
do,
9254.
I normally only fly the 380 into Hurricanes.
124.3.
Alright, we have the airport
Contact Tower
runway in sight.
124.3 Frontier Flight 9254.
American 2975. Airport is at your 12 o'clock 6 miles.
And let's go ahead and go to LS mode.
Field in sight.
Field in sight. American 2975.
Let's go and get our first notch of flaps out.
American 2975. Cleared visual approach runway 18 right.
29 miles. We have the field in sight, FedEx 746. Alright, flaps are 2.
FedEx 746, cleared visual approach runway 18 right.
Clear for the visual.
2500. 18 right. FedEx
Where
746.
Where is Rex at?
FedEx 746, contact Orlando Tower 124.3.
Lost you. Flaps 5.
Contact Tower 124.3. FedEx 746.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide at the
Orlando Tower,
name tag so I can
FedEx
see what the hell's going on.
746. Visual runway
It's a
18
beautiful
right.
approach into Orlando. Alright, I'm gonna exit to the left. Exit to the left.
Go around.
Someone's going around.
Heading, maintain 4,100 feet.
Flaps 10.
On the go, fly runway heading. Maintain 4,100 feet. November 70 to Sierra Lima.
Got a crosswind of 29 right now, which we're expecting 230, winds gust up to 26.
Contact Orlando, approach 124.
So it should be shifting just a little bit more.
Sierra Lima. Speak soon.
Alright, gear coming down. Flaps 15, we're gonna hear the buzz probably here.
Exit next available taxiway. Silverwing
No, maybe not.
127.
25.
FedEx 746, Orlando Tower, continue.
Continuing.
Roger. FedEx 746.
Whoa.
Orlando Tower.
There's multiplayer.
599, visual runway.
Is that Rex? Yeah, it is Rex.
JetBlue 599, Orlando Tower.
Alright, flaps 30 and flaps 40.
Local JetBlue 599.
FedEx 746,
Oh, they're landing 18 left. Cool. That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be parallel, almost a parallel landing. Autopilot's off my aircraft.
Right cleared to land. FedEx 746.
I kept it off there because I wasn't sure if they were going to clear us to land or not. I would have done the go around if we had to.
500.
500. Boy, look at this crab. This is crazy. Is this what you had, Storm?
400.
Yeah, people taking off the wrong direction. That's multiplayer.
300.
But they could also have different weather going.
Approaching minimums. 200.
Alright. We're a little low on the approach. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. Not like crazy low. 100 call? I guess not.
100.
There it is. Want to be 50 over the threshold?
50. 30. 20.
Idle it.
10.
Ease it. Ease it down. Gently. Touch it. There's touchdown. Straighten out. 183 on the landing rate. It might have been a little long. We'll see what happens. Verse is coming out. Is that a plane just holding? No, that's beyond HTC traffic. Verse stowed. Speed brakes are disarmed.
FedEx 746, exit next
I could have made that one, but that American's holding. Are they
Exit next
moving now?
available taxiway. FedEx 746.
Yeah, they're moving. Alright, we'll take it. Flaps going up. Landing lights are off. Welcome to sunny Orlando for a change. The last couple of flights we've done in Orlando was crappy weather. That's pretty good. I thought that plane was stuck, but guess not.
18, gust 26, runway 18 right, clear to land.
810 for the landing. 810?
Runway 18 right, cleared to land.
That's a pretty good landing.
599.
I'm satisfied with it. Like I said, I might have floated just a little bit.
746, contact
Just a little bit.
1.8.
Ground 121.8. FedEx 746.
Alright, we're not going to get instructions for taxiing because we're not going to taxi to cargo. I don't see any planes coming in, so we'll go ahead and just cross. There's midlife. That's awesome. I'm going to follow this American. And I'm telling you, G-Sync with the sim is just night and day with performance. Look at all this traffic with Beyondatc, with multiplayer. I'm getting, I don't know what the frames are, over 100. Now, Auto FPS is doing this really good job of dropping my LOD down to 25, which I don't need because, like, I don't need the LOD because we're on the ground here. We're looking at this incredible scenery. Man, it's really good performance. Alright, we're just going to park right here. We're going to go straight ahead, park right there. Taxi lights turned off. We're just doing this one flight today. It's a longer flight, about 2-hour stream, so we'll call it after this one. We'll look at our scores. And this is going to be gate 58 here in Orlando. Don't worry about my landing was terrible. I almost had to go around. Yeah, I was ready to go around if I had to at Beyondatc. P2 says 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10? What? That's 100, buddy. 100.
599. Cross runway 18 left at Yankee.
Alright, parking brake is set. Over here to the left-hand side, we'll go to ground. Chalk, set them. Request the power. Overhead. Wait a couple seconds for ground power to activate. There it is. On. Off here, off here. And then we're going to go down to the throttle. And then cut off switches. Alright, wait for all the things to do its thing. Let's close out Beyondatc. Now, P2, I'm just going to do the one flight today. Getting close to lunchtime. And let's close out of NewSky. Let's check our scores. Nope, not that one. This one. Close flight. Alright, see what we got. We got a 10. I'll take it. Get a 10 on that flight. $13,000. Now, if it was cargo, I would have made some serious money. If I would have taken the MD-11, man, we'd have made so much money. So 183 challenging conditions because the crosswind. I'll take that. And then what do we get with APL? That's my next flight I have on a docket. I'm probably just going to skip this one. Well, I don't know. I don't get to go to Frankfurt all that often. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. We'll see. Not on the stream here, though. Landing... Our score in APL was what? 100. Take it. 141. Not bad at all. So I think what what we got lucky on was with the challenging conditions because of the wind. That helps you a lot with the score with your long landing and whatnot. If it wasn't for the wind, it would have definitely been a long landing. I'm almost confident that it would have been. But the G's were 0.95, dang, and a 141 on the landing rate with APL. So a very good flight. A very, very good flight. That puts me at, how many flights this week? 13? I'm definitely going to be down from last week. 15 flights. Okay, so I'll probably get another 2, maybe 3 flights in yet today as the day goes on, but I'm on my way to level 4. How many? I am 750 or so XP away, which, let's do some quick math here. Let's do some quick math here. Let's just verify. 9251 minus 1, yeah, 749 away. 749 divided by 82 XP. That's 10 flights. So sometime next week, by probably mid next week, I'll be level 4. And then, community-wise, with good old FedEx, where are we sitting at? Have I jumped up to 5th? I think maybe I wasn't 5th. I can't remember. We're 5th, yeah. I think we just jumped to 5th recently. Or not, I'm not sure. My goal is to get up to 3rd. I don't know if it's going to be possible. My goal is to get up to 3rd. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. It goes by XP here, I think. Yeah, it goes by the XP here. So I still got a while. I got 3,000 XP to go. That's going to be a challenge. And to get up to 3rd, it's going to be a mission all on its own. And they're active, too. So I might have to just be content with being 5th. Which is still a pretty good thing. I think 5th's pretty good with FedEx here. And then overall, where am I sitting? I don't think I make much of a gain here. I think it was in the top 100. There we go. We're 122. And pretty close here to Ken. I think I'm falling back, actually. I want to say I was like 115 at one point. I think I'm slowly kind of falling back. I can't keep up with all these planes. I should probably change my name here, huh? With, should I change it here? Let's try it. See if I can do it. Setting. Oh, actually, this might show something. No, it doesn't show anything. Cool. Let's try it. Let's go fly, and then Lex. We'll change our name. And I should probably change that too. Then move it off screen real quick. All right, save settings. All right, now I think that should update officially. And we are officially FlyLex now. Cool, with APL. All right, folks, that's gonna end today's stream. Thanks y'all for coming in. Thank you for the one long haul here. What was that flight? End up, what, 2 hours or so? P2, thanks for coming in. See you in Discord. And Storm, thanks for coming in as well. I thought your landing was kind of butter. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good landing, for sure. Especially after 2 hour flight, 1 hour and 55-minute block time. So yeah, after, I started that at engine pushback. So what, total 210 maybe? With all the taxi and all that jazz in? Not bad. But thanks y'all for coming in. We'll see y'all. I don't know if we'll do a stream tomorrow. I don't know if we'll do one tomorrow. Kind of depends on how work ends up. Tuesday, probably not as well. So we'll probably be back at it Wednesday if I had to guess. But we'll kind of see how things work out. But again, thanks for coming in. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you for the next stream. Take care, everyone.